Hi everyone, in this video I want to revisit this topic a bit. The topic related to the Social Security Fairness Act, and a lot of people are being cheated. Well, or you could call it the Social Security Unfairness Act. Let me add a few reasons why it is not fair. And as you can see in some recent videos, I have also updated about the situation. Social Security says it may take more than a year to implement the Social Security Fairness Act to adjust benefits and pay all retroactive benefits effective January 2024. So now it's January 2025. Let's say they need another year to put everything in place. That means it'll take them a total of 2 years to start paying the money back. And if they remove those two rules, the windfall elimination provision and the government pension offset, then at that point they will have to pay back 2 years of benefits, right? And the amount they have to pay back will be even bigger. Isn't that right? You see, when they remove these two rules, those of you affected by the windfall elimination provision will see your benefits increase by an average of $360 per month. That's $360 a month over a year. That adds up to $4,320, right? And if it's 2 years, then of course that number doubles. That's over $8,640. Now, for those affected by the government pension offset, the average amount ranges from about $700 to $1,190 per month, especially for those who are hit the hardest, people who receive survivor benefits from Social Security and also have a pension. So if Social Security keeps delaying this, the people who are affected will get more money in the end. That sounds good, right? But let's think about it differently. I'll use myself as an example. Let's say I'm one of the people impacted by these rules. Social Security says it'll take another year before they finish the process and start paying the money back. But what if by that time I'm no longer here? What happens then? That money, I'd never get to use it. And right now I might really need it for things that actually matter today. This law was signed on January 5th, 2025. So why should it sit there waiting instead of being put into action right now? Some people might think, well, if someone passes away, Social Security will just pay that money to their family. Sounds fair, right? But what if I don't have family members who qualify to receive it? Then what? Then what? It just disappears? That's not right, is it? So, how many people are affected by these two rules, the windfall elimination provision and the government pension offset? Right now, about 2,100,000 people are affected by the windfall elimination provision, and around 745,000 people are impacted by the government pension offset. So, when we add those together, that's about 2,845,000 people who are dealing with these reductions. That's quite a lot, isn't it? Let me add another number to this. Based on statistics, about 4% of the people in this group may not be here next year. So if we take 4% of 2,845,000 people, that means around 113,800 people will pass away each year. That means 113,800 people out of this group won't have the chance to receive the money that should have been theirs. Now let's take an example. Let's say on average, each person could receive $10,000. Because Social Security says it might take another year or even longer before they finish and start paying out the benefits. So if we estimate each person gets $10,000 and multiply that by 113,800 people, That's about $1,138,000,000. That's $1,138,000,000 that 113,800 people will never have the chance to receive. This is exactly why I say some people will be left out. I really hope they find a way to get this done as soon as possible, so that those of you affected by these two rules can receive the money you're entitled to. Because the longer they delay, the more people will lose their chance to use the money that should have been theirs. Another thing that's really unfair is how this affects those impacted by the government pension offset. You see, with the windfall elimination provision, your Social Security benefit gets reduced, but you still receive something. It's a cut, but you don't lose everything. However, with the government pension offset, it can completely wipe out your Social Security benefits depending on your pension amount. Why? Because the government pension offset looks at how much you receive from your pension and subtracts 2/3 of that amount from your Social Security benefits. If that 2/3 amount is more than your Social Security benefit, you get nothing. Let me give you an example. Let's say you qualify for survivor benefits from Social Security, and Social Security tells you that you're eligible for $900 per month, but you also have a pension of $1,500 per month. Social Security will take 2/3 of that $1,500, which is $1,000, and subtract it from your Social Security benefit. Since $1,000 is more than $900, you get nothing from Social Security. Now, let's say instead that your Social Security benefit is $1,500 per month. Social Security will still subtract $1,000 from that amount, which leaves you with $500 per month. But if your Social Security benefit is only $900 and they subtract $1,000, then you get absolutely nothing. That's why so many people feel like this rule is completely unfair. Now, let me get to the main point. Many of you who are affected by the government pension offset won't receive back pay from January 2024. Why? Because in the past, when people applied for Social Security benefits, Social Security would ask how much they received from their pension. Then they would say, since 2/3 of your pension is deducted from your Social Security benefits, if the deduction is more than your benefit, you won't receive anything. So many people thought, if I'm not getting anything, why should I apply? And because they never applied, Social Security has no record of them in the system. But now the law has changed. For example, on January 5th, 2025, the Social Security Fairness Act was signed into law. But here's the issue. Only those who had already applied, even if they weren't receiving anything, will get back pay from January 2024. For those who never applied, there is no record, so they won't get anything. So now, even though the rule is gone, some people will get paid and others won't, just because they didn't apply in the past. That's why it feels so unfair. Okay, everyone, that's just a little more I wanted to share on this topic today. I'll see you all in the next videos. Thank you so much.